Everybody, welcome to What It Is to Be Human. We're going to bring up today, first up, Lori Nagel has a topic for us. Lori?
Yeah. So today's topic is taking rest because it's something I notice that people don't do enough of. And then it starts negatively affecting their health and they feel like they can't stop and keep going. I've always been very good at taking a rest, at going to bed, at telling other people to go to bed, even when they don't want to. And just putting things down when they need to put down so that you can take care of yourself. And I know it's a struggle for a lot of people, so I would love to hear from the rest of you on that topic.
Oh, yeah. I have a lot to say about it, but I'm going to not go first. One of you go ahead first.
I can go first if we want.
Go ahead.
Complicated relationship with this topic as well. I spent 20 years as an overworker. I mean, Overworkers Anonymous. Hi, my name is Alicia, and I used to be one. Like, it was a real thing, and I burnt out really bad. Like, bad to the point where I felt like I couldn't do anything. Like, I couldn't live my life. I could literally only survive, and it quite literally ruined my life. Like, my business, I lost kind of everything and had to start again. It's like going back to square one, if you let it get that far gone. So I too think that rest is very important. And I can see how it affects you when you don't. And I'm never going to actually let myself go down that path again. I'm like, wow, I'm a manifester and I have these times. It's really interesting because I'll go into a creative urge where I'm like, gotta work 12 hours on this, gotta keep going, gotta harness this urge. And sometimes that's okay for me. It feels very healthy to keep going. Like if I try to stop and lay down and ignore the urge, that doesn't feel aligned for me. But then for 2 weeks after that, I gotta rest. I gotta put it down. I gotta like take a breather, process it all, and then we can go again. Like it's kind of interesting to understand, like to start to actually understand how it works because society really wants to put you into a box of consistency, right? Like you got to go 9 to 5 every day and then you got to rest every day and then you have to do it like this and you're supposed to sleep 8 hours a night. And, it's like that doesn't actually work for me. I kind of have to work within my urges or it just passes me by.
So interesting. Yeah. So you're saying it's like, it sounds like you just have a different cycle.
I do. Yeah. And other people do
Yeah.
not understand it. When they see me in a creative urge, they think that I'm manic. And I'm like, yeah, in like the best, most awesome, amazing way. Like, leave me alone and let me do my thing. Magic is happening here. Don't you see?
Right. Right. So the consistency for you, I mean, like you're consistent. Are you consistent in like that, those spurts? Like it sounds this, because that's a quality of in human design of manifestors
Yeah.
is
And
to work in spurts.
I never thought it was consistent because I didn't understand how my energy came and went. Like, I didn't get that it was like a 2 week big burst, like go time, or maybe a 1 week big burst and then a rest week. Like I just got to feel into it. I never know what it's going to be really. It's
So you
consistent
can't
with that.
predict it. It's not predictable, but it's definitely a burst and then a contraction and a burst and a contraction. And
Yeah.
Laura, yours is like what? Consistent.
I would say it's consistent, but not in the like every day you're inspired and every day you have this amazing idea. I can put things out consistently, but the creativity is not a consistent thing for me.
Oh, okay. So what do you mean put things out?
Well, I mean, if I've already made it, I can put it up. But in terms of
Oh,
creating things that are really creative and really like, wow, this is amazing, that part is not consistent.
yeah. No, I gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, Beck. What about you?
I was just thinking about both of what you guys said. And it takes me back to when I was working, and yeah, I would overwork. I mean, I would think about all these other people who are doing the same job as me, but in different territories, so their structure looked completely different. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, you know, I work 8 hours a day. And I'm like, how do you work 8 hours a day? I get to a hotel at like 7 o'clock at night. And then I have 3 hours worth of orders to put in. And I'm getting in bed at 10 o'clock and I get up and do it all over again. And for me, it was just, and sometimes when I would, at the beginning of the day, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to finish up in this town. So I'll just get a hotel and I'll stay there. But then when I would finish, I'd be like, oh, but it's not dark. I could still drive. I could just drive to the next town. I'll be there when I start in the morning. So I would just keep pushing myself. And I pushed myself and pushed myself till I was, like you said, Lori, just totally just burnt out, just fried, exhausted. My health started suffering. And I was still trying so hard because, you know, people pleaser and all the things. And doing, you know, trying to do the best job I could for everybody, you know, I'm the one that suffered and all that.
Yeah.
It was a harsh lesson.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is your energetic rhythm then? Now? Maybe not then, but now.
Now I think I'm still discovering that, honestly, after the past few years of just so much change and being home all the time, or not all the time, but, you know, working from home now. But I feel like I'm getting more consistent with it. But I have to set like a time, like you were talking, you know, like if I've got something I want to listen to, like a training or something like that, I can go, okay, I'm going to listen to this while I clean. And so if the training's an hour, then I'm cleaning for an hour. And I'm like, okay, that worked out great. So it's like I don't know. It's like I still try to multitask. It's really hard for me to just focus on one thing and do it. And that's
Well,
probably
in
something.
human design also, you are a manifesting generator,
Yeah.
like Lori.
I'm
So
the same way. I don't like to do one thing at a time. I like to be doing two things. So when I was on that call earlier, I'm like, oh, you know what? I could listen to this call and I could do a little artwork of something exciting to add to my post to make it stand out. So I ended up
Right.
doing a little recoloring and playing around with that on the call.
Right. Right. I think there's something to it because it does seem like I mean, it's not that I don't like to multitask, but I will say I don't do it consistently. Like I can focus, like nobody's, but I can focus on one thing very easily. So I just focus on one thing. But I don't like you, Beck. If I'm listening to something training or what, I like to do some boring task. I can do that while I'm doing a boring task. It spices it up a little bit for me. But my periods of rest, I'm a chronic night owl. My entire life I've been a night owl. And so it's really my rest is between 1 to 7 is probably when I'm getting my good 6 hours. And then if I sleep till 8, or if I can, you know, I'm just usually not asleep before 1. I mean, I'm just not. Even when I lay in bed at 9 or 10, it's like, and I've just gotten okay with it because what am I going to do? It's been my whole life. I mean, is there something wrong with that?
no, I don't think so.
You know?
I heard a thing the other day that said that we weren't programmed, our bodies were not programmed to sleep 8 hours a day, but they became programmed when people
I
started getting
actually,
the
yes.
8 hour jobs and then they wanted them to sleep
Well,
8 hours. And then the mattress
yeah.
companies, are like, we're going to really like say you have to sleep 8 hours.
There's also electricity. That's what happened. I think most originally, I attended a sleep seminar one time, and they were saying that back when, like, two things. One is when electricity was invented, is when people started to be able to stay up past when the sun went down, right? All of a sudden, they could be productive and do things
Mm-hmm.
when it was dark out. Also, they said there was a study done, and I can't tell you, I can't cite it, but there was a study done that had people go on an island for 30 days with no electricity. And what they found was everyone, all of the participants, reset to their biological default system, the human default system, which is to go to sleep shortly after the sun goes down, to sleep for about 4 or 5 hours, or 3 or 4 hours, to wake up in the middle of the night, to have a burst of energy between, let's say somewhere between midnight and 2, some longer, some shorter, but there's this period where you wake up and there's this creative urge that everyone felt, whether creatively, expressing in art, music, or wanting to read or have sex, like just being active some way, expressing something creatively, and then go back to sleep until the sun came up. Everyone reset to that, and they call it the second sleep. And they say humans literally are built to have 2 sleep cycles in one night.
The same study that I was listening to like 2 days ago said that same exact thing, that you will wake up during those hours, and if you will get up and be creative, you'll be so creative.
Yeah.
And then go back to sleep. So
that's super interesting. It is super interesting because for me, my natural inclination is to not go to sleep when the sun goes down. And probably during that whole first sleep, natural first sleep, Jenny's just awake. And I can tell you, I have 0 bandwidth. I can't do anything that's important. I can only do F around stuff, right? I can't, if you said, Jay, you need to edit this paper or do something that takes brain no, we're not, no. But if I can talk mindlessly, have great conversations and connections with people, I can, or just stay up and watch videos or listen or just kind of zone out, or I can watch TV, something super passive. So I kind of sleep through that. And then I feel like when maybe that you're supposed to be up and creative is when I'm starting to settle in. And then I sleep like I'm supposed to. It's weird. But I guess it's just part of being human, right? We all just have different, that's your point, Lori. We're all different.
Yeah, and I was also thinking about something I did fairly recently, maybe a month or 2 ago, where I noticed that if people book coffee chats in that Friday afternoon to Friday evening time slot, were not awake, and I wasn't exactly wide awake either, so I removed it from my calendar so nobody can book then anything. And it has been better
Smart.
yeah. Yeah, not having a time slot where people are just going to be rescheduling or not sure what they want to say, and just
yeah. I have a call on Fridays that starts at 6:30 my time. And so Jenny's not on. I mean, I'm there and I'm participating and no one knows I'm not on, but I mean, I'm not sharp. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm just being social. I call it social, Jenny. I'm just being more social. Same with a Wednesday night thing that I do. I go in and we end up doing meditation. So it's fine. I don't need to be on, right? But so you just need, I guess, just know yourself, listen to your own signals. 4 people here, we all 4 do it different. So I think that tells you how unique it is, right? Yeah. So share how you do your sleep cycle, your rest cycle, your pace, what's going on down below. We'd love to hear from you. You can join us in this Sovereignty Circles Facebook group, so you can get the link and actually come on and join us here on Zoom.